What is up, everybody? It's gonna be a super, I don't want to, intimate video. I guess that's the word. The title should be like trick shotting, like it's 2014, which maybe it's 2015. One of those titles will be it. But essentially, the my life, your life, everybody's lives have changed drastically since 2014. I remember I just got destroyed by a bot, but I remember back then I would come home from middle school in like end of 2014 and watch FaZe Clan, throw on a Markiplier video while I ate my buffalo chicken strips. And now I have terrible IBS. Honestly, I do. But whatever. The style of content back then was super dope because it was very easy to replicate. Where it's like I have a webcam, I'm like 14 years old. I got a webcam, but I'm still, I'm making videos like my favorite creators. You know what I'm saying? Webcam, record something, HD PVR, or like OBS. I think back in the day worked too for the horror game stuff, and that was it. It was cool. It was fun. It wasn't complex. It was great, and it felt like, anyone could do it. And life was kind of cool, man. Like, it was really dope. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I had a lot more in common with people. And that could be a personal thing. I'm sure. That'd have been crazy. I'm sure that there's a lot to have in common with people nowadays. I think. I don't know. I'm 25 now, so I don't really know how people interact being more of a youngin' in high school and whatever. I don't know. It's actually kind of crazy to think about. I was in high school 70 years ago, which is insane. That is so crazy. But yeah, life is different now. I was in college, and that was a cool thing. And then I dropped out because I got cheated on, and I was super emotional, super depressed. I had stopped YouTube. I don't even remember when. I think I stopped YouTube at a certain time because I wanted to focus on music. I actually got made fun of for doing music when I made YouTube videos. People did not like it, and for good reason. I sounded stupid. But that upset me, and I decided to get good at it because I was like, no. I actually got kicked from a COD team because I had a video up of me freestyle rapping about like my dad not being a part of my life, and they thought that was like super cringe. And so the leaders kicked me, and that made me very emotional. I went on a whole emotional tirade, and it was, I don't even know if that's the right word, but it was not great. I made myself look like an idiot. I had a bunch of adults saying things about a kid that you probably shouldn't say. And it was kind of gross. The whole thing was gross. And then in college, I'd always done music, but I kept doing it after I got made fun of or whatever. I don't know why, but I didn't really like the YouTube stuff. I had one video do like 1 million views almost. I made like a bunch of money off of it, and that was it for me. That was it. I was like, I did not have a fun time making the video because it wasn't personality based. It was clickbait. It actually inspired a couple channels that ended up doing really well. Made millions of dollars off of just clickbait stuff. So I don't like that I started that. But, it made people money, and I realized that I wasn't really in this whole thing for money, this whole entertainment industry. It didn't really matter to me. I liked art. And I think comedy is a form of art. I think, getting a good reaction, people like actually enjoying what you're saying, I think that's dope. And if it wasn't, comedy and making people feel better that way, I decided to go the emotional route with music. And, it was crazy, absolutely crazy journey. I met a lot of really awesome people. And, I grew up a lot. Just like the outbursts in the COD scene when I got kicked and I didn't agree with it, same thing happened with music. Except with music, these are people that I knew in real life. It was no longer arguments over Twitter and the internet and webcam. It's like, no, we're meeting up doing music, we're creating, we're talking, not on Discord or Skype or whatever it was back then. We got each other's phone numbers. We're, introducing each other to our families. And I don't know, I just got clipped by Billy Mays. That's insane. But it was so much deeper, I will say. It was so much deeper than anything I'd experienced through gaming. And I had many falling outs. Falling outs that all negatively impacted my career. There wasn't a single time where it positively affected it, which makes sense. I think, being emotional, I'm very like, I'm gonna tell the whole truth. And I feel like a lot of people actually think that's like a weird thing, which is fine. People don't like to hear, like, it's what I've learned as someone that is in the entertainment industry is you have to let people feel the magic of what you're doing. Like, it can't be all reality all the time. And I think for me, like, my reality was like caving in on me. Like, I got robbed at gunpoint 2021. I lost my best friend 2020, right after COVID stopped being like it was still pretty bad, but my grandfather passed away, and just had a lot of really bad stuff happen, like back to back to back to back. And it wasn't good. I moved to LA. I ended up getting sexually assaulted at the end of it. I started slowing down with music because again, it was just like people wanted the money, people wanted the fame, people wanted like the notoriety. And like, yeah, that sounds great. But I really wanted to surround myself with people who cared about the art. And in a year of being in LA, I couldn't find that. Unfortunately, and I definitely looked in the wrong spots. Like, I 100% did. I don't think I was open enough to talking to new people and meeting new people because I had gotten robbed at gunpoint and I just didn't trust people. So that was definitely on me. I'm sure so many people hit me up to hang out or whatever, and I just kind of ignored it because I was scared. Like, it was just one of those things where it's like, you don't even consider it because you're just like, this could be terrible. I think life got a little bit easier. I actually dated someone, I still, nowadays, I don't even know if I should talk about it because there's no like negative feelings behind it anymore. But we almost had a kid, terminated the pregnancy on her accord. I supported her in the sense that, like, if it was gonna make her life feel better and she wasn't gonna feel depressed or anything, then I was like, I guess, go for it. I support you. And obviously it was extreme. It was way deeper than that. It like, to anyone who's ever been in that situation, I think you understand, like, like, especially if you're in a situation where one person wants it and the other person doesn't. I've seen, a lot of people can get pressured and, just not great stuff happens. And I like to think I wasn't pressuring anything for good or for bad, for better or for worse. I just, I wanted there to be healthy discussion and communication. And unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of that. So that was a really difficult part of my life. I ended up getting really sick after that, like violently sick. I was very sick for a long time. It was over a year of my life where I spent pretty much bedridden because I just couldn't get up without getting sick. And I won't tell you, like, yeah, I was throwing up a lot. That's pretty much it. And yeah, life now, I think I finally know what, like, makes me happy. And I think I'm finally comfortable, like, with the ideas that I wasn't comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it was as simple as like, oh, all these people are like making money, I need to act like I want to make money and I won't lose my friends or whatever. But no, like, I'm comfortable saying I actually don't care about the the financial gains from something as much as other people do. And if we don't see eye to eye, that's okay. I'll just do my own thing. You know, I'm more emotionally connected to things, and I want to surround myself with people that understand how I feel about it, and don't really want to take advantage of it per se, but want to like elevate the craft and the art of that. Because I feel like, I don't know, I've lost a lot, I've gained a lot. I think through that loss and gain, my emotions haven't numbed, surprisingly. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that they haven't. I feel like I've gotten closer to myself. I've gotten closer to my friends. And life is good. From then to now, I think I've gone through a lot, as we all have, you know, in our own respective lives. And, you know, we can all say we've come out on the other end different people. And I hope the majority of us can say that, you know, we're better people now, more understanding people. And, you know, there's a lot going on in this world. So I hope that, you know, we can learn from it instead of repeating all the negative stuff. We've probably done negative stuff to people, and we've had negative stuff done back to us, whether unprovoked, vengeance, anything like that. So, you know, this is a trick shotting video, so I'm not going to end it without a trick shot. We got studio. I'm going to smack something real quick. Don't even worry about it. I hope truly everybody's doing okay, man. Like, we were all kids on the internet, you know, just vibing to horror game videos and trick shotting and PewDiePie, Minecraft, all this stuff. And, you know, nowadays the content we're seeing on social media is pretty fucking disturbing. It's the amount of stuff that gets shown to us on certain social media is like, just, I don't know if the right word is unprovoked, or essentially just like, we go on and we expect to see something from our creators, but the algorithm shows us something completely different because it's what everybody else is watching. That's another thing, is the algorithm, man. I watch whatever's on like my front page, and normally it's not a Markiplier video, and I like Markiplier. Like, it's nice to catch one of his videos when I'm about to eat, because I'm like, oh, it's like the good old times, whatever. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. The algorithm is such a blessing for people, because you don't have to be, you know, the biggest content creator or musician in the world to get your stuff heard. But even for the viewer, like, if they're, you know, there's so much going on that it's hard to pay attention to the stuff that you like actually want to pay attention to. You kind of get caught in like a doom scroll. Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. I really do want to hit a trick shot. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing well with everything going on. I know a lot of people from the COD scene now are fathers, or even mothers if you were a girl in the COD scene. Some people had great luck, bad luck. Regardless, I hope everybody now is doing okay with their lives, and things are just, you know, just good. They don't have to be amazing. You know, life is a journey. Not all of us have hit our peak or hit our stride yet, and I feel like we just keep going. And as long as things are good, you know, we can keep moving forward and just keep looking up, man. That's really all we can do at a certain point, is just keep looking up and pray and hope for the best and keep working hard. I see people in like the COD scene. I mean, I don't know if there's much of a COD scene anymore. I see like Soar doing. I actually tried to join Soar. I hit like a 1080 reverse crane shot, and I was trying to join Soar, and I was just like super hyped to like get my music in the COD scene, because that was like a dream of mine at a certain point. Just because it was just a cool idea. And there you go. There we go. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. Awesome shot. I got like 3 people under me. Pause. Clean. Anyways, am I going to post this? I don't know. I hope you're doing well. We've grown up a lot. Let's keep moving forward. Have a good one.